Welcome to your simple yoga class. So come to a comfortable seated pose. If you sit on your heels this way, knees together, spine long, it's very good for digestion. Very gently, neck rolls, 2 to 3 very slow and gentle rolls, left side, counterclockwise, and then opposite direction. Gently roll your head. Nothing should hurt. And then come to child's pose. So bring your knees to the edge of your mat. Big toes touch. Sink your hips to your heels. Just rest your forehead on the floor. Close your eyes. Let your face relax. Then come on up to your hands and knees. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Inhale, look up, flex your spine. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, drop your belly to the floor, look up. And exhale, round like a scared cat. Inhale, flex your spine. Exhale, round your back. One more, then go ahead, curl your toes under and find downward facing dog. So your feet are hip width distance apart, your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Gently nod your head yes and no. Release any tension in your neck. And breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. And you can bend your left knee, bend your right knee, paddle your feet. Good, and look forward. Step your right foot to your right hand to a lunge. Look forward. Step your left foot forward to forward fold and gently roll up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. And reach your hands up to the ceiling. Hands to heart center. Just let your hands fall by your side. Feel all four corners of your feet rooted to the floor. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Step your right foot back to a lunge. Pause. Left foot back, high push-up, plank pose. You can drop your knees to the floor to modify. Otherwise, back knees off the floor, belly and thighs engaged. Drop to your knees, chest and chin, butt sticks up. Slide forward, cobra pose. Gently lift your chest. You can lift your hands off the floor for a moment. And press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Breath in. Breath out, look forward, halfway lift, and fold. Chair pose, sink your hips low, like you're about to sit in a chair, lift all 10 toes off the floor. And then fold forward, long spine, halfway lift. High to low push up, elbows in. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Giant step, right foot to your right hand, warrior one. So your back foot is turned in 45 degrees from your back ankle. Front knee is right over your front ankle, 90-degree bend. And then come down, high to low push-up, up dog, down dog, left foot, big step, warrior one. Life in your fingertips. Imagine you have an apple sitting on the top of your front thigh. Look up, reach up, and come down, low push-up. Chest high, up dog, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Shake your head out, yes, no, maybe so. Look forward, step or jump feet to hands, halfway lift. Fold, chair, pose. Hands to your heart center. And twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. Seated prayer twist. Make sure your bum is below your head and hands are at the center of your chest. 5 breaths here. And forward fold, feet hip width distance. This time step your feet on top of the palms of your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Gorilla pose. So see if you can get your toes onto your wrists. You can totally bend your knees. Okay, chair pose. Other side, hands to your heart center. And twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. Hands at the center of your chest, deep breathing. This is a detox pose. And then fold forward, halfway lift. Low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. So you should look like a letter V in your downward facing dog. Your knees are slightly bent, chest to your thighs. Good, and go ahead and lift your left leg to the ceiling. Left leg high. Bring your left foot to your left hand and drop your right knee to the floor. Modified crescent lunge, arms by your ears. You can stay here in this modified position or lift your back knee off the floor. You're on the ball of your back foot. Back heel is lifted. Good, and make sure that back knee is straight. Hands to the center of your chest. Twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Revolved crescent lunge. Try to bring your palms to the center of your chest. Back leg is straight. 5 breaths. Good. And look down at the floor. Low push-up. Vinyasa. Chest high. Hips back, down dog. Right foot to your right hand. Modified crescent lunge. Left knee to the floor. Reach to the ceiling. Stay here or lift your back knee off the floor. You're on the ball of your back foot. Bring your hands center of your chest and twist left elbow outside your right thigh, revolved crescent lunge. Power out through your back leg. And your legs are powerful. Power in your legs. And look down at the floor, low push-up. Breathe as you go. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breathing. Belly button in and up. And look forward. When you're ready, after 5 breaths in down dog, you're going to step or jump feet to hands, halfway lift, fold, and come to chair pose, also called awkward pose. To eagle pose, right leg over, right arm under. So you can use the toes of your right foot to help you balance, or you can wrap your toes around your calf. Knees are bent. Sink your hips down and rise up to standing chair pose. Other side, left leg over, left arm under. So lift your elbows, shoulder height, hands away from your face. Come up to standing, let's do that again. Right leg over, right arm under, eagle pose. Come up to standing, sink your hips down, left leg over, left arm under. Come up to standing, right hand to your right hip. Standing leg raise. Take your right shin or your right knee with your right hand. Stay here, or you can grab your big toe with your first 2 fingers and thumb and straighten your leg as much as you can without rounding your back. Keep a long spine. 5 breaths, leg at center. Take your leg to the right, gaze, or take your leg to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. 5 breaths. Leg back to center, release your toe, pulse your toes up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, other side. Left hand, left hip. Grab your right knee or shin with your right hand. 5 breaths. Stay with your knee or grab your big toe. You'll set your eyes on one spot. Take your leg out to the right, gaze over your left shoulder, gaze at one spot. Focus all your energy on that one spot. And leg back to center, release your toe and pulse up. 3, 2, 1, come to standing, tree pose, right foot to the inside of your calf or your thigh, above or below your knee, not on your knee, hands to heart center. Rest your eyes on one spot and breathe. After 5 breaths, other side, left foot inside of your right leg. Interlace your fingers, take your palms over your head, palms face up, shoulder blades down your back. Extend your left leg forward, pulse up. And come to the top of your mat, chair pose. Sink your hips low. And fold. Halfway lift. Low push up, lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big step, right foot to right hand, warrior 2. You open your chest to the side wall. And just make sure that your front knee is stacked over your front ankle, that it's not cocking inward. Front knee is 90-degree bend. Breathe. Reverse your warrior, right hand high, straighten your front leg. Come to triangle pose. So right hand on your shin, right underneath your knee, left hand high. Just imagine that you're being crushed in between 2 panes of glass. Come back to warrior 2 and then cartwheel your arms down to low push up and move through your vinyasa. Other side, left foot forward, warrior 2, rise up. Again, take a big step, take up space. Make sure the front knee is aligned over the ankle. So typically you spend 5 breaths in each pose, but if it feels right to you, spend a little bit more time and get to know the pose. There's a lot of details in each pose that you miss if you just rush. Reverse your warrior, left hand high to triangle. Left hand on your shin underneath your knee, right hand high. And your hips are in between your heels. So don't allow your bum to poke out. Good. Come back up to warrior 2 and lower to low push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Press into your palms. Press your chest to your thighs, little bend in the knees. And look forward, step or hop. Come to your seat, lie down onto your back. Come on up to bridge pose. This is a back bend. So lift your hips to the ceiling. See if you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Roll your spine down, and then go ahead and your sacrum hits, roll it back up, press into the soles of your feet, lift your hips high. And roll it down. You can take one more bridge or wheel pose. Hands by your ears, come up to the crown of your head first, then press all the way up, full wheel, at least 5 breaths. Maybe if you feel good, you can do some yoga push-ups here or lift one leg and then lift the other leg. You can stay up as long as you want to. Again, nothing should hurt. And when you're ready, you come on down to Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together, knees splay out to either side, one hand to your low belly, one hand to your heart. This is a good release for your low back. And then lift both feet to the ceiling, lift your chest to its highest point, and go ahead and pulse your chest up. 20 pulses. Keep your head still. Don't pulse your neck. Lift your chest. And lower your right leg to hover and pulse your chest up. Head is still. 10 pulses. And then switch legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. 10 more chest pulses, and then after 10 you can do a subtle pulse of your hips to the ceiling. See if you can do 20 subtle pulses, very subtle. And give yourself a hug. Knees bend 90 degrees, hands behind your ears, bicycle. Right elbow to the left knee, left elbow to the right knee. Take your elbow to your knee, not your knee to your elbow. Lift your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, do 10. And after 10 bicycles, hug your knees to your chest, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh, reach through the hole, reclining pigeon. Just gently draw your thigh into your chest. Make sure your right foot is flexed. And switch sides, left ankle over the right thigh, flex your left foot. And then go ahead and extend both legs to the ceiling, arms by your side. This is a gentle inversion. If you prefer a different inversion, you can, or you can put your legs up against the wall. You can stay here for, I would say, a minute or two. And after a minute or two, can find happy laughing baby. Grab the outside of your feet, knees into your armpits, rock side to side. Lower back into the floor. And find your resting pose. Final rest. Extend your legs, extend your arms. Be heavy into the floor. Close your eyes, just let everything go. Let everything go and rest.